It is February 16th, 2017. We're here at 4641 Cajon Way in San Diego, California, 92115. We're here on the rooftop of the unit. Here we have the original 4-inch cast iron vent. This will lead down into the beginning of the sewer line for the bathroom for this part of the house. Here's where the toilet empties into at this T-junction. Here's our transition at the bottom of this vertical pipe, the beginning of the sewer line here, where it's going to transition the 90-degree turn. This is all the original cast iron pipe. See a little bit of swelling there on the pipe, and it has a little fissure line right there. So the pipe is original cast iron, so it's extremely old. Doesn't have a lot of deposits and buildup right now, but it's certainly going to be at the end of its life. It is still functional right now from what we're seeing and intact. So we're going to have these little mounds of scale and deposit buildup on the pipe, on the bottom and sidewalls typically, and that's going to be normal again for the age of this cast iron. Okay, this is a T-junction we're looking at right here. We suspect that there's a possibility this is the T-junction either for the kitchen, or this could be, there is a bathroom in the garage, and it's possible that the main line tees into here, but right now we think this is a 2-inch junction for the kitchen. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pause the video for a second and run some water through the kitchen to see if that's this entry point. Okay, we have the water running for a little bit here, and it's not coming by this junction. We do see that there's new ABS under the sink and in the wall partially. So that line, if it ever did tie in here, may have been rerouted to tie into the bathroom that's off the garage, if that's a separate line that was added and updated at one time. So we have the water running right now still in the kitchen, but we're going to continue down the main here to see if it does empty in and inspect the rest of the main here. So again, some small pockets of buildup on the line, but overall it's still completely functional, and we don't see anything too major. On the upper right side wall, there might be a small fissure line there, small little crack line. Doesn't mean that's all the way through the pipe. It could just be the inside, the flaking and peeling away of some layers of the cast iron steel. But we can see that little line there. We do apologize also that our meter count here for the distance is in metric units. This is a brand new Wi-Fi unit, and unfortunately for some reason we're not able to change the defaults over to standard foot count. So again, we're just looking at that right side in particular a little bit. I don't see anything that looks very, very bad. I think, again, it's just some peeling, a little bit of flaking of the walls, but not a complete hole in the pipe at this time. Okay, here we go. Now we've got our kitchen dumping into the line here. So here's our T-junction for the kitchen. So the other T-junction may have been something from the other bathroom and units in the garage. We'll test that when we come back and put another camera down that line. So we've got some water running in the line right now. We're going to continue just to push down through here unless the water inhibits our view, but we'll keep this running for the meantime. Again, the pipe is still intact, so it does still look good. Again, a little bit of swelling on the side walls there, but it's not completely compromised and failed. Okay, here it appears we have a transition from the cast iron to a clay concrete line. Here we have another transition to PVC green bell pipe. There is a property line clean out the city put in, and that appears what we're looking at right here. So this is a white T-junction. It's laying off at a 45-degree angle to the right, and that is in fact the clean out that they put in when they redid this line. So we're looking at all new plastic pipe that the city put in. This is all green PVC pipe. So this has all been updated and replaced from the city sidewalk out. And here's our transition and dump into the city line. So we're approximately right about 100 feet out, and the line is all intact and in good working condition at this point. We're going to go ahead and pause the video and put another camera down from the bathroom in the garage to see where it junctions into this main or if it has its own. Okay, so we're now over the garage here, and this garage has a 2-inch ABS plastic vent, so this is newer pipe. And that would make sense probably because this bathroom again was a complete add-on. So we have a few turns in the vent pipe here. So hopefully with all these twists and turns, which are allowed, we can maneuver through and get into the main sewer from this access point. We're not sure if we're going to be able to, but we'll give it a try here. We've already made about 3 different turns, and we're still trying to get through the vent into the sewer. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to go through this line right here to access this main sewer across. So we're going to go ahead and pause the video and move our camera equipment to see if we can get a special camera through the toilet bowl and out, or if we can find some other clean out we didn't notice earlier. Okay, we're now here inside the bathroom, and we've got a small camera that has a very flexible push rod that can maneuver through toilet bowls, and sometimes if we're lucky between the bowl and the design of the piping, we can actually push out quite a few feet. So we're going to give this an attempt, since there are definitely no clean outs that we could determine on the property here off this garage for the main sewer. We can hear the camera head pushing underneath this little step area of the garage here, and or if there's a board or a cover over that might be hiding the drain line. So we are inside it right now. Got a little bit of standing water here. They may have had a problem getting proper slope all the way in. I am also still concerned as to whether this is a 3-inch line, which is what it's required to be for a toilet line. We're going to keep pushing out right now to see how far we can get down this line. Okay, here's the T-junction right here. Possibly could be picking up the kitchen. We're going to go ahead and pause the video and run some water through the kitchen and see if that's where this is coming in from. Okay, so that's what we suspected. You can see we have the kitchen water running in the house, and you can see the water coming down that pipe. So that is a 2-inch line, and it's kind of what we suspected. So somebody illegally has this all running off a 2-inch line for a toilet. So that's the kitchen water dumping into the system. We're going to go ahead and see if we can continue to push down the line. We're out pretty far already, as far as we really needed to be able to get, since we've verified what we wanted. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get too much further, but we have seen that, so we're going to look into the crawl space for the last confirmation on that. So we're going to go ahead and pause the video. Okay, we have gone into the crawl space and we verified this is all 2-inch ABS, so this toilet is plumbed out of code. It is required to be in a 3-inch line, so this cannot be used. It needs to be removed and the drain and water pipes properly cut and abandoned. So that concludes recording for this property.